Joint CSO statement on the resurgence of Bill 7, dated 11th September 2025. We, the undersigned civil society organizations, met with President Hichilema and other senior government officials at State House on 24th June 2025. This meeting was held in the spirit of honest and mutually respectful interrogation and discussions of the concerns of civil society on the constitutional amendment, Bill 7, and other laws that were a source of concern to CSOs. At the meeting, the Republican president categorically promised civil society that broad consultation on Bill 7 would be carried out and directed that representatives of CSOs and those of the government create a committee to reach consensus on the path of the proposed constitutional amendment. Further to the meeting, the President announced the deferment of the bill, citing the need for broad consultations. Following the deferment, on 27th June 2025, the Constitutional Court declared Bill 7 unconstitutional due to inadequate public consultation, a decision we believe is binding and final. Thus, any effort to revive Bill 7 without remedying the defects identified by the court goes against the rule of law and Zambia's democratic foundations. We urge the executive and the legislature to publicly commit to implementing the Constitutional Court's judgment and to desist from any actions that would override or neutralize judicial authority. The State House meeting and the judgment of the Constitutional Court gave society the view that a healthy environment had been created for wide and inclusive citizen participation in the constitutional amendment process. Against this background, we, the undersigned CSOs, are deeply concerned of the statements of the Speaker of the National Assembly, Ms. Nelly Muti, and the Chief Whip of Parliament, Mr. Stanford Mulusa, which suggests that Bill 7 will be introduced in the upcoming session of Parliament. We believe transparency and genuine consultation are vital in any legislative process, especially one that speaks to the supreme law of the land. Any approach perceived as circumventing proper procedures or lacking broad-based engagement may undermine the trust of the people. Some of our concerns of the bill remain as follows. 1, the fact that the Bill 7 lacked wide consultation with the citizens to whom the Constitution belongs. 2, fast-tracking constitutional change when the country has entered the competitive electoral season results in partisan interest in forming constitutional change and public trust being corroded. 3, multiple provisions that the government suggests are non-contentious, which when interrogated are so complicated that they require sober consensus building. 4, proposed amendments being made in such a manner that they do not make any substantive change to the problem they seek to resolve. Constitutional reform is a sacred public responsibility that belongs to the people of Zambia. Considering the above, the undersigned civil society organizations are against Bill 7 being introduced to Parliament in the next session. Therefore, we oppose any covert or overt efforts to subvert democratic norms and to impose constitutional change without genuine public consent. We therefore call upon the Republican President to use the opening of Parliament tomorrow to assure citizens that constitutional reform will be broad-based and in line with